right. Welcome aboard, boys and girls. It is time for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. I'm your host, JoesAtmosfere, and I'm here with There Can Be Only One, the Hylunder. What's up, man?
We have an echo.
Yeah? Do you have your speakers on?
What's up, man?
That's where it's coming from.
We have an echo.
Yeah. Do you have your
Your
speakers?
speakers on? Because if you're listening to it through the speakers, not headphones, then that's your problem right there.
You have your speakers on? If you're listening to it through the speakers, not headphones, then that's your problem right there.
We didn't have an echo last time.
Yeah,
Headphones.
but it's okay.
We didn't have an echo last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
it's okay.
We didn't have an echo last time.
That's why we use the headphones, so you can't really listen to it through the speakers.
We didn't have an echo last time.
That's why we use the headphones, so you can't
But-
listen to it.
Everything gonna be all right.
But everything.
Tim says, Joe, it's the NSA. Yeah, that's what it is. The NSA. Messing things up.
Joe, it's the NSA. Yeah.
And everybody gets to hear what I got to say. Love it. E. Clay Thomas says, hail. And my brother will be right back when he gets his stuff together. It's good to see you guys. It's time to take a look at the headlines this week. You know what's up. And as usual, he and I are having a cocktail while we do it. So there's going to be some mess ups here and there. You know what I'm saying? But you know what we do right off the bat, man? It's time for top of the heap right off the bat, bro. You know that. It's time for those stories that are kind of the top of the headlines, the first things you think of, the first things you hear about, the big news kind of things, And of course, you know what always leads this.
Eject! 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 Fire on the flight deck.
This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control and we'll be lucky to live through it.
And he is back. What's up, man?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
You sound fantastic.
No echo.
There you go. You figured it out.
Sorry
No
about
deal.
that, everyone.
It's okay. It's all right, man. Live television. This stuff happens. I'm sure it happened on the Ed Sullivan Show. We just,
No diggity.
no diggity, no doubt. Well, guess what, boys and girls? The first section we've got tonight, of course, is all the wars and all the fun that's going on out there.
Cheers, bro. Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Let's get our
Yeah,
cheers
I got
first.
into it while you were gone. I apologize. Yes,
Yes.
cheers. I have my virus of
Guinness.
unknown origin. Ting.
Ka-ting.
Yes. Wow, I'm wearing it. And we've got to take a look at the axe. What are you sporting tonight, bro?
This is the vintage 25th annual. Yeah, anniversary.
Yeah,
Silver Burst.
very nice.
It's nice. It's it's got the weight relief in it. It's got chambered. It's not solid, but it's got the nice humbuckers on it. It's just a clean guitar. I don't play it very much, but I busted out for tonight's show. Since we're going through the old Quilter amp, we're actually in the office, in the studio. So
Actually, in studio this evening.
Okay.
Very cool. His
2 weeks in a
collector's
row.
behind him. He's
What's
got the. He's got the darkness going on tonight. He's in the cave tonight.
Darkness. It's all about the mood. You know what I'm saying? It's the
But,
mood.
But
But we're going to get through it. We will endeavor to persevere.
endeavor to persevere. That's right. And then we thought about it, and we declared war in the United States.
And we declared war on the United States. Sounds like we can't trust the white man.
But anyway, speaking of not trusting, the Russia-Ukraine war at a glance, what we know on day 631, the Czech Republic has frozen property owned by Russia and Czechs on Czech soil.
Really?
Yeah. Russia said that Ukraine accession to
Ukraine.
the U.S.-led NATO military alliance would be unacceptable, according to Reuters. And Russian missile killed 2 emergency workers in southern Ukraine as they put out a fire from an attack only minutes earlier. Wow.
Well,
Yeah, it's yuck. There's a bunch of stuff here. Russian naval ships struck by exploding drone boats in the night sank to the bottom of the Black Sea, Ukraine says. They released video of it, and the Ukraine has relied on its fleet of explosive drone boats to trouble Russian ships in the Black Sea for a while now. And then we've got Russian soldiers in Crimea beat commander to death before fleeing Ukraine. Holy shit, guys!
War
Shoot.
is
Yeah,
hell.
war is hell, no
The
doubt.
last thing we want is a fight.
Man. Ukraine to Putin. You cut our power, we kneecap your biggest economic driver. Now, if you read that article, it's all about how they're going to take out their oil refineries.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's going to make it very tough on them through the their long winter. So that's definitely a calculated move. Look, Russia's a much bigger player than Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Israel thing going on, we're going to divert money that we, the taxpayers, I guess we got just shit ton of money that we can throw at all these wars, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, Russia's just going to wait them out and, cut their power. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the Ukraine to, win this thing on their own.
Yeah. Well, and then, I hate to say it, they need to win it on their own, man. It's ridiculous. Ukraine arrests officials on treason charges over Giuliani effort against Hunter Biden.
Gulia.
Yeah.
Well, look, if you're against Hunter Biden, dude, you're going to get thrown in the fucking gulag, man. So
I mean, is he a citizen of the Ukraine, or is he like a symbol
de facto Ukrainian?
What the hell, man?
Lots of power.
If that doesn't tell you a lot about what they're doing over there, I mean, come on, man. Wow.
That's why they started a war over there in Israel. They said, look, Netanyahu, let's get something. The media's attention on Hunter's getting too hot over here, so we need another war to divert that. And he's like, rock on, man. I can make that happen. So there you go.
Well, nothing else has changed. Pootie Tang puts another body on the pile.
He's consistent, dude. He's consistent.
Putin just took out a threat to his power.
Hell yeah, he did.
Vladimir Putin.
It was his mom, by the way, but hey, whatever.
Oh, man. Signed changes to the country's election laws on Tuesday that place new restrictions on media coverage and opposition campaigns ahead of Russia's next presidential election.
Hell yeah.
So, in other words, he's down with the censorship over there. And
down with the censorship, dude.
Pootie Tang, man. Hey.
You know what? There's one thing you got to know about Pootie Tang.
7 times.
There you go. There you go.
He's
got my dillies on a pepper tank.
That's it, man.
I'm telling you, man. He's got it going on, don't he? And speaking of the war that you're talking about, the one over there in Israel, which flares up about what, every 2 decades, Dan?
Yep.
A Hamas leader pronounced dead in 2014 has been living in underground tunnels and masterminded the October 7th attack, Israel intel says. Let's see what else is going on there. Israeli Hamas war. The Israeli Defense Forces say Gaza hospital operation ongoing. I don't know if I know everybody that's even turned on their TV sets the last few days. They're talking all about the hospitals there and how side
Hamas is supposed to be, if you believe what the intel that we're getting, they're dug in like ticks in these hospitals.
Yeah. We've been hearing this, and this is not a new story. I mean, They were saying this back years ago, the last time it flared up, how they use civilian hotbeds as human shields.
Yeah. Schools, hospitals. Yeah. So, I mean, if you believe that, I mean, that could be a cover story to
Right.
whip up public opinion. Who knows, man?
Mm-hmm. But the thing that's bothering me is it's starting to spread, dude.
Spread.
U.S. forces under fire in Middle East as America slides towards brink. We've been getting attacked by drones. Probably they're Iraqi-made drones. We know where they were made. Now, who's using them, we don't know.
Look,
But,
you want to talk about a cowardly weapon of war?
Yeah.
That's the fucking drone.
Yeah. Why the Syrian drone strikes and U.S. retaliation may yet be a big deal. Well, yeah, of course it's a big deal. That means we got to fight back. I mean, they're attacking our troops. Dozens of Chinese ships descend on the Philippines.
Sure.
As standoff intensifies there.
Sure.
I mean, it's all over the place.
We have a lot of money going out on two fronts already. This is the perfect time for China to make a move on the Philippines.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why we had where I know I've got that story in here. Where is it?
The fucking Bidens are in bed with the wrong people, man. I'm telling you right now. And we've diverted a lot of funds and a lot of weaponry into that Ukrainian war.
Yeah.
To cover whatever shenanigans they have going on.
Mm-hmm.
So
but he met with
why would you want to cover for him, right? Because he's the puss.
Oh man, you didn't go there, did you? He was.
And you were the puss. Always bled.
That is him, dude.
That's him, man. That's him. I'm looking for this one there it is. I could have sworn I put this one in there, but it needs to be in there. Now, 1 second. A little dead air for Dan to yell about here, but
ASAP.
It's gonna have to be taken care of real quick.
As soon as possible.
Yes, as soon as possible. Oh no, there it is. Okay, it's the same story I've got in here.
It is the same story.
This is the same one.
The same one.
You know, you were talking about China. Well, he got together with Xi Jinping this week. Biden has China big win with military deal. Experts say incredibly poor decision. Now, what they're talking about is two of the big things they talked about this week was the two militaries communicating with each other so they don't attack each other out of the blue. And that's what that headline's speaking to. The other thing they talked about was fentanyl distribution, because it's been widely publicized that most of the fentanyl that's coming in through our southern border is financed by Xi Jinping. Yeah, that's it.
That contributes to the social fucking decay that we got going on here in our country. So anything to weaken us on a social front, an economic front, all fronts. Look, China's not messing around.
No,
they see weakness right now.
Yeah, they do.
You know, so
yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they're talking to each other. Hopefully, some good stuff will come out of it. Man, you got to be guarded in those communications, and I don't know that our militaries really need to be communicating that much. You know what I mean?
I don't necessarily like the idea of that unless we are staunch allies. Now, if we're allies, then that needs to happen. Yeah. If we're not, I don't know why you had that conversation to begin with, but we have to have something with China, because China's not going away, and their economies. You see reports they're stalling, their economy's growing. They're a major player in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So
and their economy, we talked about it last week. It's starting to slow down, and I think that has a lot to do with these talks that are going on.
On the bigger picture, we need to at least come to some kind of neutral ground with China, because they're not going away, and we keep fucking around with these smaller countries and really hurting ourselves financially.
Yeah.
And, you got to think bigger picture. China and Asian cultures think big picture, long term, down the road.
Mm-hmm.
We seem to have lost sight of that. So I don't know.
Tim says, if you believe in the Geneva Convention, you can't use hospitals for ammo. Of course not. Any civilized country wouldn't do that.
People, Cool for you saying that. You're exactly right. But you're dealing with fucking terrorists. They don't give a shit about these rules. They don't care.
Yeah.
They're going to use whatever they want to.
And I mean,
the Geneva Convention. You know what the terrorists do with the Geneva Convention?
they wipe their ass with it.
With it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And if we hold our military to the same standards as them or any military, you never wipe them out.
Absolutely.
And they know that.
That's a fact. When I think of the Geneva Convention, the thing that always pops into my mind is, those big guns we got, the 50 cal machine guns and the M60s and stuff like that. You're not supposed to use those on troops. I'm sorry, boys and girls. If it's a firefight, they're getting used on troops. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is.
Whatever we have at our disposal.
That's it.
They don't give a shit. They're going to use it on us. I'm the better person. I'm not going to shoot you. Blah, 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 blah.
I think Geneva Convention is really important for POWs, the treatment of POWs and things like that. I really think that's important. But to sit there and legislate warfare, man, I mean, you don't want them raping people and stuff like that. But when it comes to friggin' what ammo you're able to use to do, sorry, I'm going to use whatever sticks, a bunch of rocks, law rocket, whatever I got to use. Because the point of a war is for me to remain standing at the end of the day.
Sure.
That's how you win a war, So, anyway, you get me and Danny talking about warfare and Geneva Convention. It's a needed thing. War crimes are not cool, but when it comes to a fight, a straight up fight, I don't know. My dad taught me to fight dirty. What about you, Dan?
Sure. I mean, if somebody's coming at you, they're wanting to hurt you. So you got a war and then have rules of engagement. I mean,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you. Let's see. This next one, we've got a couple of headlines from it, but our prayers need to go out to these guys. A track a hand, I think.
a tunnel collapse.
A hand. Tunnel collapse. Rescuers race to save 40 workers trapped in an Indian tunnel. And I looked for an update, and the newest update I could find was this one from 18 hours ago. Indian rescuers start drilling to reach 40 workers trapped in a collapse. Yeah. So say your prayers for these guys. So it's in India.
Yeah.
So say your prayers for these guys. They need your prayers.
Absolutely.
Heavily armed Haitian gang, they're decided to take up the Hamas kind of thing. They're heavily armed Haitian gang surrounds hospital in the capital and traps people inside.
Didn't they read the Geneva Convention?
Yeah, apparently they did.
What about the Geneva Convention?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. What the fuck? Let's see. This next one. Yeah. We're not going to have a big to-do about the government shutdown this time. Mike Johnson's House passed a stopgap bill to avert government shutdown, and I'm pretty sure the Senate.
How much is that going to cost the taxpayer?
What's that?
How much is that going to cost the taxpayer?
What, to not shut down the government? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we could always shut it down, and it cost. It would cost us eventually a lot of money.
Let's shut it down and see what happens.
Yeah. Right.
How about that?
Yeah, I hear you. I just think it's usually there's a back and forth right up until the day. And then sometimes, the Republicans here lately have been standing pat and just letting it shut down. And this guy found a way to get it done. Some people were critical of the way he did it, but he did get it done. So, hey.
He's running for president, Joe John. I'm telling you that right now.
He ain't running for president. This guy? No.
He'll run for president. Not this go around, but he's laying the foundation for his run.
Okay.
Absolutely is.
Okay. Let's see. And the last one we got in top of the heap, as Danny predicted, the Georgia district attorney who charged Trump expects his trial to be underway over Election Day. She's basically saying that it will be going during election day and probably go past the election, is what she's saying in this article. She said, see, Georgia district attorney who charged Trump, blah, 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 blah. She said Tuesday that she expects the trial will be underway through election day next year and could possibly stretch past the inauguration of 2025, which Danny has said since the beginning, all of these charges are to get him not on the ballot and where he can't run.
That is the end game. He will never see jail time. He'll never get convicted of anything. But he that's the end game. So he cannot be on the ballot.
Yep. Yeah, it's it's a sad state of affairs that they're throwing all this stuff at one guy, and they've probably got how many cases on their docket that they need to be taken care of.
Sure, and
that really means something.
Georgia taxpayers get to pay to make sure that happens.
Yeah, it's
so yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's
say your prayers, boys and girls. The world is on fire, and we need to lift up the good folks, man, and hope we can get some good things done. Hopefully,
no doubt,
for sure. All right, well, that's it for that section. We don't have a new boss. We didn't decide on a new boss yet.
Yeah, and did we get any votes from anybody?
Nobody said anything. We told them
to get any votes. We're just going to have to pick somebody.
We may have to pick somebody, but I'll tell you who it's going to be for tonight.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
That's what's up. That's inspirational, dude.
Inspirational, because it gets you pumped up. You just want to be a meathead once you hear that.
There you go. I mean, that's cool.
You want to be a meathead once you hear that stuff.
What we don't want to be is a puss.
Hang on.
And you were the puss. Always bled.
I don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy, man. No way.
No, man. Okay, next up, we got a different kind of millionaire. We got the jockstrap. We got those guys trying to change the world one play at a time, if you know what I'm saying.
Hands up, dude. Get your hands up.
That looked like, let me tell you, those two football ones, that looks like every highlight from Monday night's game between the Broncos and the Buffalo Bills, bro. A wilder freaking game I've never seen in my life. And we're
have you seen a worse football played at the NFL level than we're seeing?
Dude, this year it's bad. There are some there is some bad football being played.
This is a lot of bad football, dude.
Yeah, it is. And
Saints are 5-5.
Yeah.
They're in first place in the division, and they have not beaten anybody over 500 record.
And meanwhile, we're finding out about guys that actually nobody knew they were going to be as good as they are. Josh Dobbs, the rocket scientist, has been on 3 teams in the last 2 years. The Browns cut him, right? And they've got their own problems.
Look at Sean Watson, right? That guy's
unfortunate. We'll talk about that. But then Arizona had him, and guys, they weren't winning games, but they weren't out of it. They weren't getting.
Well, it wasn't because of the offense. I mean,
it was not because of the offense. That's for sure. They were competing in every game. Josh Dobbs had them in every game, and then poor old Kirk Cousins has the game of his life and blows his Achilles out, and he's done for the season. They pick him up, and he's off the fucking bus. 3 days. And he goes out there and wins for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Wow. What I just think that Josh Dobbs.
And look, he turned around and he busted the Saints' ass. Boom. I knew that. I picked the Vikings to win that game too.
Yeah. I picked the Saints. I was wrong.
I know you did. Crazy. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, we got a good one tonight. As soon as this show goes off the air, go check it out, man. I've been saying since the beginning of the year, if you're not
right here.
The AFC North, then you are messing up because this is a stacked division, man.
Look, I mean, that Stroud and the Texans went into Cincinnati and beat them. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they did.
Couldn't believe it.
But I tell you, the stats, Dan, I was looking at it earlier today. Your boy he has a losing record in primetime games, Joe Burrow. And the Ravens are like 7-1 in primetime games, dude.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Joe Burrow's not the only guy on the football field.
Yeah, I know he's not. I know
you hung that moniker on Kirk Cousins as well. So Joe Burrow
Well,
can play under the lights.
I know he can. I know. I'm
Team all
just
the way to the
telling
Super
you.
Bowl. They lost the Super Bowl, and it wasn't because of Joe Burrow.
I don't make the news. I'm just reporting it, bro. I'm just telling you. The history does not look good. But this is a division rivalry. It should be a lot of fun to watch. They got some good primetime games this week, man. They really do. You got this one tonight. Guess what the Monday night game is this week?
What is it?
Rematch of the Super Bowl in Arrowhead. It's
Really?
the Eagles and the Chiefs, man.
There you go.
Yeah. We've been getting some garbage matchups, and now all of a sudden we've got some great stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm taking the Ravens in this one, by the way.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens too.
Yeah, taking the Ravens.
I'm going to use reverse psychology and hope I'm wrong. You know what I mean?
Taking the Ravens.
But anyway, in more news from the NFL, the most important thing, Taylor Swift's parents are expected to meet Travis Kelce's mom and dad at Kansas City Chiefs game on Monday night. Come on, bro. You know that's the most important thing in the NFL right now, don't you? You know it is, right? No. You know what my brother's saying about this, right? You know what he's saying about it.
Stop that.
Okay, getting back to some real NFL news here. Well, look, guys, it's been a fact since he's been in the league. I mean, if you remember, it was a Monday night when the scab refs were calling a game in Seattle, Green Bay against Seattle, and he threw the interception touchdown that brought the refs back into the league. Guess what? They won on Monday night against the Buffalo Bills, and because of it, Buffalo decides to fire their head coach. Or not their head coach.
No, they did not.
It was their offensive coordinator. They fired.
Yes.
Ken Dorsey.
Their
offensive coordinator has been relieved of his duties. The quarterback's coach. Now, wait a minute, Dan. That gets even better. The quarterback's coach, Joe Brady, who has been teaching Josh Allen how to throw interceptions, will be the interim offensive coordinator.
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. I wouldn't want to be offensive coordinator on that team.
Danny, if you watched that game, they were gutting him on the ground.
What are you going to do?
Turnovers killed him.
What are you going to do?
Yep, that's a fact. Let's see.
Ken Dorsey, Dorsey was the quarterback last time the Miami Hurricanes won the national title?
What? Yeah, he was. I do remember that. Yes. That was, God, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But yeah, he was. Let's see. Cincinnati has a lot of key injuries too. I'm picking the Ravens to win. Knee. Tim says knee. He gets the fucking reference. Yes. Bring us a shrubbery.
You say knee.
And now the Oakland A's are moving to Vegas. We got a story on that too, but yeah, absolutely. You're jumping the gun on us, Tim. What the heck? But anyway, yeah, I just think it's a dumb move. That he's the sacrificial lamb because.
Well, yeah, they have to do something. The fan base is
right. They
got to be getting antsy because that team is really starting to circle the bowl, and they got to give him something, right?
Right.
So Ken Dorsey, hey, I'd love to see him down in New Orleans because the guy he calls a good game wherever he's gone. I know he was just at San Francisco. They called a good game there. He's been a good offensive coordinator, so hopefully he'll land on his feet. Like to see him ascend to a head coaching position. He's got a lot going on up there. Deshaun Watson, oh my God. Yeah,
the Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson, very confident on a strong 2024 return after season-ending shoulder surgery. Yeah, he's gone for another season due to injury. Oh my God, Tim's that train keeps running him over. We are now the Knights who say, too much, man. But yeah, my only question is who's going to be his massage therapist? That's what I'm wondering.
I wouldn't want to be. Jesus Christ.
Oh, one of your boys is on the blotter this week, bro. Saints Michael Thomas arrested after allegedly
I've been telling you for the last 3 years they need to trade that fool.
No,
he's a freaking head case.
Yeah.
A lot of talent there, but yeah, head case.
Says the Saints are aware of the incident and are gathering information.
Gathering
it's not hard to
information.
gather. All you have to do is get the police report. It'll tell you what's up.
2 hot coffees. Double cup of java.
And this story right here that I got here, this is pretty interesting to me, and I may have to reshare. Yeah, I don't have any sound right now, so let me reshare this because this is from a guy named Dan Orlovsky. Now, if you don't know who this guy used to play quarterback for the Detroit Lions, and he straight up says he's not in the know about this stuff or anything, but Bill Belichick will take over as head coach for a new team, according to ESPN analysts.
No.
They have the video here, and I'll just let you guys listen to it real quick. Hang on.
Now, Diana Rossini reported this weekend that people around the building are assuming or preparing
and
parting of ways
There we go.
between Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. He will go coach somewhere else if that is the case. Will he be the GM as well? We assume, but who knows? That would be bananas. That would be a colossal move in the NFL news cycle.
I've heard that. I've heard more and more of that over the past week. I'm not a reporter, all that stuff, but I have heard that.
You're a journalist.
I have heard that that's going to be the case, and it's kind of who knows the likelihood of it, but I've heard that that's going to happen, and I've heard the location is already kind of determined as well.
Where he's going?
LA Chargers.
I'm not giving. I've heard that.
Who'd you hear from?
I've heard that.
Friends.
Yes.
All bullshit.
But he's acting like he knows something, man. Woof.
He don't know shit. Let me tell you what, Bill Belichick. I mean, I think he'll retire a Patriot. Now, why would he go somewhere else?
Yeah. Let's see.
Everybody that's gone through the Patriots organization, players and coaches, they all say that is the top-notch organization in the NFL.
Yeah.
Bar none.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why would you go somewhere else? Why would, at 70-something years old, why would he start over somewhere else?
Right. That doesn't make any sense to me either. I think he's going to retire.
That headline all year. And
he's got 300 wins.
Signs the extension in the offseason.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about that. Right?
Nobody talks about that at all. A lot of people trying to make shit up.
Yep.
To run him off. Tim says, plus, if it's New Orleans, the cops would like their cut, please. Yeah. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says, Bill Belichick is going to Texas A&M. Laugh out loud. All right.
That would be unfortunate.
What's that? What'd you say?
That would be unfortunate. I would never see him coaching at the college level anyway.
Well, A&M's in another story we got here. We got quite a few of these stories tonight. SEC responds to Dallas Turner's hit on Jaden Daniels. Tell me about
SEC bunch of bullshit. They said they did review it, and they never reviewed that. During the game, they never reviewed it. And that is the classic targeting hit right there.
I can see from the picture his helmet's right up in his jaw.
He got him right here with the crown of his helmet and then drove him into the freaking ground. There was a flag for roughing the passer, but there was no review. There was no targeting called. The guy was not ejected. And he's got clips of that kind of hit in other games too, and has never been ejected.
Wow.
Oh, and by the way, the SEC headquarters, it's in Alabama.
It's in Alabama. Imagine that.
So fuck them, motherfucker. His numbers in that game were awesome. We were kicking the shit out of them, dude.
Yeah, it's a shame.
That was unfortunate, but that's all right.
That's all right. He's still going to win the Heisman. What's up?
I hope so, barring injury, but he's having a good year.
Yeah,
having a good year.
Tim says, is the SEC still on CBS? Yeah, they still broadcast.
Yeah, they hold those games.
They have their own network though. If you, I think it's a pay thing, but the SEC does have its own network that you can stream.
Yeah, it's attached to ESPN. SEC network is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the SEC, like the big games, they still show like the day games, the 12 o'clock and the 3 o'clock starts.
Those are on CBS for sure. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Next one at college is Jim Harbaugh. Decision on Michigan coach's suspension. He will be suspended. He will not be on the sideline for the rest of the season. They've got 2 more games, right?
Yeah. And then the Big 12 or Big 10, is it Big 12? Hell, I don't even know. Their title game, he won't be on the field for that.
He won't be on the field for that. He is done for the season.
In their playoff, though, when they get to the
now,
playoff.
he's coaching at the facility. He just won't be on the sidelines at games, okay? During the week, he's coaching them. That's I don't know if you guys understand that or not or knew that, but yes, he's coaching during the week. He's preparing the team, but it's the interim coach that's going to be there on the sideline. So that's a done deal. This next one, I don't get this one, Dan. I mean, I remember him as a good coach. Texas A&M reportedly fired
they fired
Jimbo Fisher,
They
leaving
fired him.
college football fans in awe over how much he'll be paid not to coach. $76 million A&M is settling with him.
He was let go the day after they rolled it on Mississippi State, and they let him go the next day. They got video of him, after the game talking to the team. Very unemotional. It lends you to believe that he knew he was going to get shit canned the next day. But Jimbo Fisher, look, Texas A&M, huge boosters, right?
Yeah, they've got money. They have got money.
They've got
the
best facilities.
Yep.
Boosters, fan base. They've got 5-star athletes all over that roster.
Yes.
And they can't protect the quarterback.
No. Yeah. I have 2 of the guys I went to high school with, Dan. David Thompson and Alex Kilpatrick both graduated from that school.
Aggies. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He won a national title in Florida, Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Jameis Winston was his quarterback. They won a national title.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, at one point, after Orgeron, LSU was looking at him, and I'm glad we went with Coach Kelly. Jimbo Fisher, I don't see him coaching anywhere else because, $70-something million in the bank, and he's not even 60. He's like 58.
You see this right here? E. Clay Thomas says, I heard that one booster agreed to pay the entire buyout just to get rid of it.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's Texas, man. That's a lot of oil there. A&M, the Longhorns, huge boosters, huge money.
Yep. I'm
surprised it took him so long to shit can him. I thought he should have been shit canned a couple of years ago, but
this one
he doesn't. As for the talent that they have there at A&M,
they should be winning. Yeah,
they should be winning.
Yep. I guess the last time they were even talked about really was Johnny Football when he was there, right?
Yeah, and the coach, I can't remember the coach's name, but he had them playing, a 9-10 game winning seasons, but they couldn't win the SEC. They never got over the hump on that.
No, they didn't do that, but they were good. And
Johnny
Manziel in college
never beat LSU.
No, he didn't. All right, this last one is from Larry Brown Sports, and it's kind of sad to see. Major League owners make decision on A's relocating to Las Vegas. They move.
Yeah, they've okayed that
75% support, and it was approved.
Yep, they've okayed that move. So I feel bad for the Oakland A's fan base because that team has been there for a long time. And that's the only sport franchise that's hung in there in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
Golden State Warriors moved over to San Francisco. Raiders left a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But the A's have always been there in Oakland, and now they're gone. They're going to Vegas. So
that's crazy to me, man. That the Vegas.
No more Oakland A's. That's
that is absolutely crazy to me.
I don't know that that's good for baseball.
I don't know that it is either. I mean, I've seen Moneyball.
It's an awesome movie.
It is a great movie, dude, about the Oakland Athletics, bro.
Billy Beane really made GMs rethink the way they judge talent.
Oh, here you go, Dan. E. Clay Thomas says everything is moving out of California. I wonder why. Laugh out loud. Yeah. A lot of things are moving out of there. We've already discussed Target's moving out, Walmart. There's a bunch of them moving out of San Francisco and other major metropolitan areas there.
I just laugh because again, the NFL is trying to make the Rams work in Los Angeles, and they got
They moved their headquarters there, Dan. They moved their headquarters there from New York
you
to
got the
LA.
Chargers playing. Do they play in the same facility?
They both play in SoFi, I think is what it's called, SoFi Stadium. It's a financial.
They have just never been able to keep a franchise there in Los Angeles.
Now they got two of them. It's just weird. It's weird. I don't understand it. Are they giving tickets away? I don't know.
They love their college football there. They come out for the Bruins and the Trojans, but
I know one guy in my circle. The guy that I took you to that bar to meet, Gary, Nerdrotic. He is a diehard San Diego Chargers fan and will not watch the NFL anymore because they moved to LA. He said those people are just rabid fans. They had a huge fan base. He hates the owners.
It's a military town too. San Diego's a military town.
It's a military town, yeah, big time. Mm-hmm. Let's see. San Francisco finally got cleaned up after a few years since Biden was in town.
Has it really? Huh?
Oh man. But anyway, all right. That's it for the sports tonight. Now it's time for the flicks.
The flicks.
Time for the flicks. It's time for all the stuff that's pop culture. The stuff we cover on my Wednesday night show. A lot more in depth, but we've got quite a few headlines for this week. I got some really strange ones here, but yeah, I love it, man. You got my man, my brother there calls him the golden diaper.
The golden diaper, dude. There he goes, golden diaper.
Indy. There you go, man.
Luke getting his hand.
Oh, dude. Luke getting whacked. But first up, as always, we're going to show you the receipts from last week. And no surprise, number one at the box office, The Marvels. $46.1 million. It's the number one movie in the world, don't you know? Okay, whatever.
I'll be curious to see what those numbers look like next week.
Yeah, we'll see what those numbers look like next week for sure. And it's in more theaters than anything else, too.
That movie was terrible.
Now, check this out. Five Nights at Freddy's has now domestically piled up $127 million. And it made $8.9 million, almost $9 million last week. And you can watch this on Peacock, Daniel. That's how rabid a fan base this thing has, man.
Five Nights at Freddy. Okay, so my first question would be, okay, so a total gross, $127 million. Sounds like a lot, right?
Yeah.
What was the budget on that movie?
Not much of nothing. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up.
It'd be interesting to know what the budget was on that
movie.
Movie.
Yeah. It's not near what the Marvels is. Marvels is like $300 million.
I don't know what Five Nights at Freddy's is. What is that?
It is based on a horror video game. It's like, you remember Shakey's Pizza when we were a kid?
Shaky's Pizza.
You know what I'm saying? Or I guess modern day, what is it? What's the mouse pizza you take all your kids to?
Chucky's.
Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. It's that kind of thing. Only this guy's a night manager and the animatronics start killing people and stuff. The place is haunted, apparently.
Sounds compelling.
Yeah. It's just a fun horror movie is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And anyway, my whole point is, Dan, people can watch this at home for less money than it takes to go get tickets to a movie. Yeah. And they're going to see this. You know what I mean?
Well, look, man, some people, like myself, I love going to the theater. I think there's no better way to see a movie than in the theater.
Right. Me too. But, I mean, the fact that you can watch this at home and they're still going, I mean, that's crazy, man. You know, these people are digging it. That's what I'm trying to say. They're enjoying the experience of seeing that movie. Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour is number 3. Priscilla Presley is number 4. And unfortunately, Killers of the Flower Moon, I haven't seen it yet.
Killers of the Flower Moon. You have not seen that movie yet, dude?
I have not seen yet.
What, are you living under a rock? That movie is awesome.
I haven't been able to go, dude.
I have no idea what that movie is, by the way.
Scorsese's new one with DiCaprio. It's about it's the one your niece worked on as security.
Good for her, but
it's a true story about
Leonardo DiCaprio. Isn't he the guy that dates like the preteens or something like that.
I don't know, man.
That's that guy, right?
I just know he doesn't bathe from what I
How
hear.
old are you? Oh, you're old enough to vote? No, I can't date you. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm 80, by the way, but whatever.
No big deal. Well, guess what? That 46.1 million
Hollywood is infested with freaking perverts, man.
Oh, yeah, big time. Dude, I saw dude, I didn't pull up an article on it, but I saw a story today that straight up said that freaking Will Smith was gay. Now, it's hearsay, but this guy that's apparently been friends of his for a long time said he walked in on him getting busted by somebody.
Come on.
I'm serious, dude. I'm serious, dude.
That's why I can't watch that. What the fuck is that movie with Travolta when he made his big... I can't watch that movie, man.
Oh, you talking about Pulp Fiction? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can't watch
that. We'll get to Zed. Yeah. Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
Come on.
But anyway, the new Marvel movie. Yeah, my point is,
I think I'm
Hollywood is a bunch of fucking. Hollywood is a bunch of fucking degenerates. They are. They are. They're a bunch of fucking degenerates. Box office. The Marvels misfires with 47 million. Look at them. They're even pumping up the number. It's 46.1 million. Lowest MCU opening weekend of all time. It was lower than the Eternals, this one, Dan.
Bro.
And
a brutal movie. A brutal watch.
Yeah. You've seen my those of you that follow the channel know that I just did a short on this. Because that's all it was worth.
Your review was right on, by the way.
Yeah.
It was. I'm like, when they start singing, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, it's just like I said in my review, man. They took Charlie's Angels, they took Spaceballs, right? Stealing the atmosphere. We turned it, we turned on the vacuum to suck out the atmosphere, right? They took Freaky Friday, right? A Bollywood musical. And The Trouble with Tribbles.
So bad, dude.
Okay. And threw it in a blender and threw it at the screen. That's what they did. It was horrible. The only good thing about that movie was that poor kid that was playing Ms. Marvel. And she was actually decent, you know? But God, the rest of them
I missed
nailing
that
it in.
Too, so
yeah, right. Well, I'm just saying
I missed the part of anything in that movie being awesome. I missed that totally.
Well, the thing that I hated the most about it is, much like they did with the Hulk, they've turned Nick Fury into a joke. They have turned
Nick Fury into a joke. Captain Marvel is supposed to be the strongest, hero in the Marvel universe. Is the puss?
Oh, look at you! Look at you! You got what? You make me go through this. Like,
and you were the puss. You were the puss. Always bled. Always bled.
That's Captain Marvel.
No, you know what she was? I don't know if anybody picked up on this. She's the fucking villain in the movie. She destroyed that planet.
I didn't pick up on anything. I mean,
I told you to drink heavily going into that one. Apparently,
I tell you what, beginning credits. There it is. There it is.
Beginning credits. What?
It wasn't so bad at the beginning credit, and then all that stuff in the middle was terrible, and then at the end was pretty kick-ass. When the credits rolled, it was over. That was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it was over. Well, what did you think of Kelsey Grammer being in there as the Beast? What'd you think of that?
Yeah, I didn't think much of that.
Well, what scares me is I love the X-Men, but what scares me is Disney's going to be making the X-Men movies. Oh my God. No, don't do it to me. Well, look, somebody who's not a fan of Disney actually sued them over the Black Widow movie. Scarlett Johansson is litigating again. This time she's suing an AI generator over deep fake images. This is and it's actually one of the apps I use. She's suing, I believe it's called Lisa AI. Because they're using her image without her authorization. So, good for her. She actually litigated against Disney And a lot of people are talking about they're going to try and bring back the original crew to make another Avengers movie because all these other ones have been doing so bad. They're going to have to throw a boatload of money at this chick because you remember when Black Widow came out, they put it on Disney Plus at the same time. Well, part of her contract for that movie was she got a back-end percentage of the box office receipts.
Yeah.
And they put it on Disney Plus at the same time where people could stay home and watch it. So she sued
to
them.
reduce the money they got to pay her.
Yeah, right. So she rented lips.
Sued
the shit out of them and won. The last one I've got here just makes me think, what in the fuck is going on? Because
refuses to leave $26 million fortune. Hey,
refuses to leave $26 million fortune to her kids.
Okay.
Wow. I mean, this is the
we don't live in her house. We don't know what they're.
We don't know.
I think she's a Mormon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so their belief system is what it is. I mean, I think she goes on here to say that they need to earn their own way, right? I don't know. Does that sound foreign to you?
No, it doesn't sound foreign to me. It's just weird.
She's probably going to leave her fortune to the Mormon Church, I would imagine.
Probably.
Or some charity foundation.
I just thought it was a weird one with her because, we watched these guys as kids, man.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
They're a more family-oriented bunch,
Sure. But they're Mormons first.
This is true. Yeah. Maybe it is the church that's supposed to get it all. I don't know. But anyway, that's it for the flicks this week, boys.
The flicks.
Because now it's time to get into the
danger zone.
Danger zone.
And we call that danger zone earthquakes, boys and girls.
Earthquakes. This poor lady right here.
I'm telling you, man.
Every week. And the engineers that designed that freaking and those build. I mean, what is going on? Where these people getting their degrees from? Gee whiz.
Right.
Oh my! There's no support. Look, they're made out of cotton candy or something. I don't even know.
Oh man!
Look at that. They're just in the hole.
Okay, boys and girls. Some of these are going to scare the shit out of you, especially with travel.
We're going to scare the shit out of you now, people.
Let's see. U.S. bound flight takes off with 2 missing windows. Reaches 15,000 feet before crew notices. Wow!
Before the crew noticed?
Yes.
Oh God, bro. What's going on in the plane?
Yeah, you got to watch it, man. The Airbus A321 took off from London Stansted Airport bound for Orlando on October 4th. The windows were damaged by high-powered lights used during a film shoot the day before. Apparently, these lights were so bright it melted the seals on the windows. Yeah. Craziness.
So the actual window was still there, but the seals were blown, and they
but when they took off and started to depressurize,
and boop, there they go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and nobody got sucked out. I mean, they noticed it in time, but yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. The Air Force's new nuclear stealth bomber, the B-21 Raider, has taken its first test flight. This looks like another one of those flying wings, dude.
Yep. It looks like Captain America's last.
Well, actually, it was Hydra's plane.
Yeah, right.
That was Hydra's plane. Yeah.
But I mean, that's the style of plane, right? You throw some props on it, and that's what it looks like.
But it's not replacing the one next door to me anytime soon. You know that.
Puff the Magic Dragon, dude. The big buff. I mean, you can't replace it.
This one I put in here. I know you don't like the Royals, man, but I read this headline and I had to put it up here. And you got to see this picture because this is the poor girl right next to him. I don't know when this picture was taken, but like father, like son, Daniel, like father, like son. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Guinness. I see you, Irishman. I see you. You got no love for the crown. I understand. But you got to see this. Prince William ends alleged affair with Rose Hanbury after Kate Middleton's warning. What is with the Royals? They just, dude. Yeah, they just got to bang everything. They got to have their concubine on the side, I guess. I don't know what the deal is.
Everything's handed to these people. It's not like they're out there earning their way.
Right.
They're propped up by the people that live there in the United Kingdom, whatever. Who gives a fuck, man? Cut those bastards off. You live in that kind of world, you just do whatever. I mean,
yeah, it's weird. It's kind of like Hollywood.
A lot like Hollywood.
In the earthquakes this week, we have an actual earthquake, dude. Iceland declares state of emergency, evacuates residents over the threat of volcanic eruption in Iceland. Check out the fucking.
Wow! Look at the roads coming apart. Yeah, that's expansion, right? Heat expansion.
Alarming signs in Iceland, where waves of tremors are shaking and splintering parts of the country. And experts say the seismic activity there is likely to get worse.
It's going to be some bursting.
Earthquakes have struck Iceland's southwestern peninsula in the last few days.
Dude.
Geologists say it's related to an underground corridor of magma that's shifting.
Magma.
Soon lead to
red hot magma.
Red hot magma. Yes. U.S. identifies special ops troops killed in helicopter crash over training mishap. Now this one.
Why do we have these freaking people getting killed in these helicopter training?
This was it's always a helicopter, isn't it? This one was over the Mediterranean, Eastern Mediterranean Sea. We lost 5 guys. It's a shame.
Man? I mean,
send your prayers out to the families for sure.
That
no doubt.
Story comes out way too many. At least twice a year, we're hearing a story
at
about
least a couple times a year.
Training exercise for helicopters.
Yep.
God bless them. Damn it.
Let's see. Oh man, check this out, dude. My gosh, just stirring the flames. Putin ally threatens to obliterate NATO countries with nuclear weapons.
Obliterate.
Not Putin himself, not Pootie-Tang. It's his ally. His ally is Vladimir Asolov, a prominent Russian TV host and noted propagandist for Russian President Vladimir Putin. Wow.
Until he says the wrong thing, and then he'll be thrown
on the heap, right?
You know what I mean?
Because we know what's up, man. Because once you say something against Pootie-Tang, first of all, you are.
No doubt.
And you know, Pootie-Tang, he's just gonna do his thing.
Sign your pity on the running card.
Sign your pity on the running card.
You know what's going to happen.
That's your ass right there, dude.
It is. It is your ass. Let's see. Space station astronaut spots ghostly image staring at
give me a break.
Earth. Hang on. You got to see this, man. It's pretty neat looking. Look at that thing. It looks like a face. You got 2 eyes.
That looks like who's that artist that does the abstract?
Picasso.
That looks like a Picasso piece, dude.
Doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Pretty neat. It's pretty neat. I thought it was neat. Let's see. Florida woman devastated after her 400-pound pig was confiscated. Officers concerned with the pig's health. 400 pounds this thing was.
He's 400 pounds, and he's a little piglet.
Yeah. Did you see this video? Pounds. Hang on. Let me hit refresh, and maybe we can see the video.
Somebody's overindulged the poor thing.
I'm telling you. It's ridiculous. As soon as the ad's over with, maybe we'll see it. Yeah, this will be over in a second. But yeah, you've got to take care of your animals. I've said it a million times. You know, we've got rescues here. Our cat and our 2 dogs. And if you can't take care of your animals, you know, you don't need to have them.
You don't need to have
them. That's for sure. Let's see. It's almost done with. You'll
it's
see this.
It never ends.
It never ends, for sure.
Blue Nile forever.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh God, here she goes.
Yep. Hang on, let me get the sound going.
They take more time away from me.
It's been heartbreaking for Kelly Jacobson. Her pork chop, estimated at 400 pounds, was led away not easily by Animal Care and Control Thursday night during an eviction in Northwood Village. Officers concerned about the animal's
just all wrong, dude.
Health.
This was happening during her eviction,
and I fought a lot of people for a long time.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
And
well, she's being evicted, right?
And it does appear that this is not.
It's just horrible, man. It's horrible. This one here is local, and it's pretty interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on this one. Pope Francis removes leading U.S. conservative critic as Bishop of Tyler, Texas. This is just down the road from me. About what'd you say, Dan? About an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Yeah, about an hour and a half. You're about a half, halfway between here and there. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I used to stop there to eat when I was driving back and forth.
Yeah, they got a good barbecue place there.
But this guy's name is let's see, Bishop Joseph Strickland. And he's 65 years old. He emerged as a leading critic of Francis, accusing him in a tweet earlier this year of undermining the deposit of faith. He has been particularly critical of Francis's recent meeting on the future of the Catholic Church, during which hot-button issues were discussed, including ways to better welcome LGBTQ plus to Catholics. Yeah, the Pope they have right now is really progressive, and this guy's conservative, and he didn't like it, so he let him go.
Well, the Vatican is trying to appeal to the fan base, so and that affects the money.
Yeah, it does.
They're not biggest money making organization in the world. That's that Catholic Church. I mean,
yep,
can't mess with the money. So they're trying to stay relevant in today's marketplace.
Yep. We got to catch up on the chat real quick. Apparently, I missed some chats here. Tim says you got to hand it to Luke.
I'm telling
you. Joe, remember the King family show? No, I don't remember the King family show. I don't know that one. Let's see. And Hydra's plane is based on the Horton H. I want to say.
Horton here's a who?
No, 18. Horton H-18.
Horton here's a who?
It's a flying wing. That's all I know. All the male members of the royal family have ladies on the side at one point, and a man for one or two of them. Oh, man, God. Let's see. Ugh. What is she feeding that pig? Bacon?
Oh, brutal.
And he says, at some point, the Catholic Church will have a Vatican III. Yeah, I'm going to keep my eyes on that one because, I mean, the people in that area are pissed that they let him go. They're mad about it.
That's their shepherd.
That's their guy, and yeah, they're kind of pissed about it. This one kind of surprised me this week in the earthquakes. Tim Scott, South Carolina senator that was running for president, abruptly ends his 2024 presidential bid, shocking even his campaign staff. A lot of them found out by watching his interview that he said it on. I love America more today than I did on May 22nd. But when I got back to Iowa, it will not be as a presidential candidate. I am suspending my campaign. I think the voters who are the most remarkable people on the planet have been really clear that they're telling me not now, Tim.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep.
He listens to his constituents, man. That's
sure.
I mean, that's good. That's good. So, more power to him. I hate to see his voice is going to be gone because I liked what he was saying. I did like what he was saying. But he was not very aggressive, though. He never really he didn't, fight for his time or anything like that. He was very passive. You know what I mean? And but
he may be a cerebral guy where he's just not willing to put on the show to make it appear that he's aggressive. What?
I don't know, Daniel. I don't make these ads. I don't make these ads.
We're going to lose good candidates because of the fucking circuits that goes on.
Yeah, because of the whole process. Yeah.
If you're not flamboyant and you're not throwing stones and if you're not slinging the mud, you're going to get, and we're going to lose good leaders because of it.
Yep, that's for sure. Now, in his wake, two major GOP donors who backed Tim Scott have picked whom they will support next, and it's going to be Nikki Haley. Two of them, one guy, Let's see. One donor, Eric Levine, who was campaigning for Scott in New York, said he was caught off guard by the news, but would be supporting former U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley. The other one is Andy Sabine. So, yeah, a couple of big time names in the GOP have thrown their money behind Nikki Haley. So, and that's the one that Vivek was trashing during the last debate.
Yeah, he got the better of her. That's for sure.
He did big time. But anyway, let me see what else we got here. Pop a couple of these down. Oh yeah, I got to show this one to my brother because he loves his dogs, man. This headline just tells you the faithfulness of an animal, man.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean,
hiker missing for months, found dead with dog still alive beside him.
Yep.
The body was missing in Colorado, man. Let's see. His faithful dog miraculously survived and was found next to his body, according to a statement by the Taos Search and Rescue. 71-year-old Rich Moore.
Yeah, that's look.
And it was a Jack Russell Terrier.
Yep. Highly intelligent animals, Jack Russells are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, all animals, it still cracks me up to this day when you hear people say that dogs or animals, period, don't have feelings. I mean,
what? Why would they say that?
I don't even know why they would say that. It all goes back to the size of the brain. They're not capable of, manifesting those kinds of whatever, dude. I mean, look at animals, period. You can tell that they have feelings. They understand things. They have, reasoning and,
Mm-hmm.
And this dog stayed by, his person.
Yep.
The guy was dead, and he stayed right there.
Yep. That's
so
amazing. Yeah, it didn't surprise me at all. It didn't.
No.
But all right. The last one we got under earthquakes tonight is a Michigan judge says Trump can stay on primary ballot, rejecting challenge under insurrection clause. It marks the second time in a week that state court declined to remove Trump from a primary ballot under the insurrection provision of the 14th Amendment. Apparently, this is the tool they're trying to use to keep him off ballots, and it's not working. Judges are saying, no, sorry, that's not what the Constitution says. He can be on the ballot, right? So that's actually some good news for his camp. To your point, the story we were talking about earlier, man. Yeah, this whole thing is to keep him off the ballot and keep him so busy that he can't campaign, which he's doing. He's leaving these court dates and he's on the campaign trail. He's doing rallies in different cities all the time. He gets on a plane as soon as he leaves it,
Now, let me ask you this. I mean, honestly, you've got 4 years of his administration to look at what they would be capable of doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How much campaigning does this guy really need to do?
He doesn't need to. He really doesn't. That's why he's not doing the debates. The debates can only hurt him.
Sure.
They can only hurt him.
Again, what his leadership is going to bring about, what his administration, what they would do, here domestic and globally, what they're going to do. I mean, so you've got a good window of to choose from, and you can make a sound decision. If you want that, as your presidency, that kind of administration leading the country forward or not.
Yep.
It's not like he's an unknown where he's got to get out there and campaign and get his word out there.
He was president for 4 years.
Commodity. So
yeah.
He doesn't need to campaign at all. He's got a solid fan base.
Mm-hmm.
And backers, and we'll see how far that carries him. This whole thing with the litigation is just trying to keep him from being able to get on the ballot and run. So it's not over yet. We got a long time to go, but that's the uphill battle he's going to be fighting.
Yep, for sure. It's the media, which he's got a handle on, but it's the courts now. They're throwing the courts at him, and that's a struggle, man. Yeah. But he's got the money. He can do it. Let's see. Tim says, yep, dogs are man's best friend. Yes, they are. There's a reason why they say that. And, the 14th Amendment, Section 3, was made for post-Civil War and not for January 6th stuff, which I have my views on. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Okay, so it is now time, boys and girls, for our newest segment. It's gaining in popularity, I believe. But this is where my brother decides to highlight the best and brightest among us. Or as I like to call them, as I like to call them, boys and girls, I like to call them the meatheads, man.
The meatheads, bro.
Meatheads. Yeah,
there they are.
Yeah, there they are.
Oh, they're doing our bidding.
These are the guys.
They are the best
represent us
among us.
First one we got tonight: FBI seized phones, iPad from New York Mayor Eric Adams in escalation of fundraising investigation. What's going on with this, Dan?
Well, the headline says it all, right? Fundraising. How does he make his money? How is he able to run for the mayor? You know, what's he putting in his coffers? This is not a news story. This happens around political figures a lot. Hell, go into the state of Louisiana, go into the state of Illinois, go to any other state. You're going to find this story about somebody in the political field doing the same shit. That's why these people get into these career politicians. They make a lot of money that we don't know about. And this is just another case. Now, he hasn't been convicted of anything, but there's a lot of smoke.
Look, if the FBI is seizing assets, there's something going on there. Don't know what it is exactly, but speaking of something going on, QAnon shaman Jacob Chansley, who served more than 2 years in prison for his role in January 6th attack on Congress, now wants to run for Congress. Wow.
Rock and roll, man.
Unbelievable.
He's a shaman? Is that what they said?
They call him the QAnon shaman because of the way he dressed when he went in.
Okay. Yeah, he's got a lot of tribal tattoos. He's got some. Yeah, this guy's. There you go. Go ahead and run.
Apologized and was recently released from prison after serving more than 2 years. Now he wants to run for Congress. Unbelievable, man.
He'll get votes. You watch.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, I would not be surprised to see this guy face painted up on the floor of the House of Representatives.
Look, dude, we get the government that we deserve.
This is true. Some think that we're living in idiocracy right now.
Exactly, man. Best and brightest. They're supposed to be the most intelligent, able to articulate where we can't, and be our voice, calm in the storm, right? To be able to take some anger and frustration and just focus that into an intellectual conversation. That's what our best and brightest do, right?
Right. Apparently not. Not in this case.
See our best and brightest at work. Let's check it out, man.
Senator Mark Wayne Mullen nearly comes to blows with Teamster boss Sean O'Brien during testy hearing exchange. We got the video for you guys. You're not going to believe this shit. It is crazy. Let me get the sound going and I'll restart it. Here you go. Check this out.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish you was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company myself, and my wife was running the office, because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown.
He's talking about these are tweets this guy said about him.
Always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. You want to run your mouth? We can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Best and brightest.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, yes.
Evolutionary poll.
This is the Senate floor. On nation's capital.
Please set it up.
Active. Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Hold it. If we can, no, I have the mic. I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond? Oh,
You'll have your time.
This is a.
My Maserati is waiting for me right now.
Sir, I wish you was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company myself.
That looked like something right out of high school, man.
Wow, dude. Just, I mean,
that's our best and brightest right there. We send these people up to be our voice, the calm in the storm, to try to make sense of it all and come together and litigate and put together policies that will move us forward. Yeah, that's our best and brightest right there, man.
This is them, the best and the brightest. Last one kills me, dude. I can't remember. What was his name? Graham something, I think. The tall blonde guy. Man, he's crazy. Let's see. Tim says
he plays the king.
Yeah.
King Arthur?
He's always the military commander. That's what he is. Tim says, so here's one. I see people smoke around the propane tank outside at work. Well, they're idiots. So
geniuses. Obvious geniuses.
Best and brightest. All right, boys and girls, guess what?
Unbelievable.
We have come to the end of the show. It's time to buckle your chin strap.
Whoa.
All right. You got to get ready, man. Put the pads on. Get ready, because it's time to turn out the light.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
I'm telling you, how did they not take Bobby McRae out of that stadium and handcuff him?
Look. He said, Kurt, you've been a great player, but get your ass out of here.
You've taken 2 lousy franchises all the way to the Super Bowl. You've been to 3 of them. You won 1. It's time to go.
Respect.
Respect, brother. Respect.
Deuces.
He lifted and separated.
He did, man. He brutalized him. Brutalized him.
Well, my final word tonight, I've got something that's going to make you cringe. And I got something that's going to give you a lot of good feelings and hope. Let's start with the cringe. Only in Louisiana, boys and girls, would you see some shit like this.
Oh, shit.
I really can't believe this, but I'm actually saying this. This is from Louisiana. Shock video. Handguns, champagne, and $100 bills at a child's birthday party in Louisiana. Boys and girls, I mean, what in the hell is going on here? Let's take a look, shall we?
Do we have to?
Yeah. Look at this kid. Those kids have pistols in their hand. There's $100 bills everywhere. Champagne.
Oh, now he's got the gun. $100 bills.
Yeah.
Wow.
What in the hell is that all about, Dan?
Oh, they both got guns now.
Yeah. I'm surprised they're not making it rain. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
That's sad, isn't it? Isn't that sad? That's right here in Louisiana, man.
No, you know what? I don't have a whole lot to say about that.
Can't really say much about it, other than wow, how that's just makes me worry for the future. You know what I'm saying? But if you guys want to see something that'll put a smile on your face, remember the devastating accident that almost killed Jeremy Renner? Well, boys and girls, guess what? This was him on Instagram today. I said, Lord, won't you say? And I'm going to have to cut the music off there. But today marks the day of 10 months of recovery. So,
well, he's getting around pretty good, looks like.
Yeah. He's looking pretty good, man. It says here today marks the day on 10 months of recovery. First attempt at any of this activity, especially at steep grade, and was brought to tears of joy, hopefulness, and gratitude for all your support, along with my family and friends. I keep pushing for many reasons, but you are my fuel. Hashtag love and titanium. Yeah, I bet.
Wonder where did he have it in his legs or something?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does, man. He almost lost both of them.
Oh
but
boy,
he looks like he's doing really well, man. That's fantastic.
That is
does
amazing.
My heart good to see one of my favorite people. I mean, I just enjoy that guy. Did you ever see the bit he did? Was it Jimmy Kimmel or was it the what nighttime show was it where he said that I've got powers too? He did that song playing the piano where he's Hawkeye. Dude, I'll send it to you. I'll look up the video and send it to you, but it is fantastic. It's funny as hell. Jeremy Renner, by the way, Danny, have you seen Tag yet? It's my new favorite comedy. I have watched that so many times.
That is a great movie.
He is great in that flick, dude.
Funny as hell. Funny as hell. Yeah.
Well, boys and girls, it is time for that part of the show where my brother gives out his weekly award, called the Simple Jack Award. And this is an award that's given out to people that are trying to do the right thing. They're trying to get it done, boys and girls, and they just can't quite get it right. You know, kind of like Simple Jack. There, he's trying to catch the butterflies, but he's just not quite doing it correctly. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's not. Not even close, man.
And this week's Simple Jack Award winner, believe it or not, it's an entire political party. The DNC. Dan has given it out to the DNC. Top House Democrats evacuated from DNC headquarters as police clash with protesters calling for Gaza ceasefire. Tell me about this, Dan.
Well, it's just a case of, protesters, right? They're at the nation's capital and they're wanting their voices to be heard. And this is an opportunity for our best and brightest to get out there and engage in a conversation. What are your grievances? What's going on? Maybe we can find some common ground here, right? It happened January 6th, and it's happening here. And every time something like this happens, in this case, is the DNC, instead of going out and engaging we the people, they evacuate the building and leave.
Yeah.
Because they can't mix with the unwashed, unkempt masses that they supposedly are the voice for and represent. So, it's okay if it's 100, 2, 3, 4,000 miles away, protesters burning down cities and destroying people's businesses and livelihoods. And that's just a protest. That's their right to assemble and protest.
Right.
When you bring it to a Capitol building, a state building, anything that's, run by a bunch of career politicians.
Sacred cows, as it were.
Exactly. What do? Do they come out and engage and try to, engage in a dialogue? No. What they do is, and just like they did in January 6th, because, they were burning the freaking Capitol building down and turning over cars and destroying everything. All that everything was on fire.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't happen at all. But anyway, they evacuate instead of engaging in we the people.
Mm-hmm.
People need to understand that, this is, the Gaza Strip, and they're protesting, and, their voice and their stance is there should be some ceasefire, whatever the case might be, whatever the grievance might be.
Right.
Those politicians are supposed to represent us. They need to engage in a dialogue. People are assembling. They're not happy. So instead of going out and engaging, they evacuate.
Yeah.
And that sends a clear message to the people, whatever your stance is.
Yeah. We're above you. We can't deal with you.
And we're not even going to get close to you.
Yeah.
We'll talk at far. The American people want this. They don't even know what we want, and they don't want to deal with us. So they just go off in solitude and evacuate. And that's all I have to say about that.
Never go for retard. 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 Never go.
I'm telling you, the career politician is the worst thing to happen in our country.
Yeah.
And
there need to be term limits, but that's never going to happen because they're never going to vote themselves a pay cut, which is basically what that would be. So,
never ever.
Never, ever, ever. Let's check in the chat one more time before we get out of here. Let's see. The end, no safety or surprise, the end. I'll never look into your eyes again. Yeah, the end. By the Doors is what he's singing there. Laugh out loud. Hi, Joe. You're on your way. Laugh out loud. Okay. He's laughing again. Joe needs to make a music video. No, my brother needs to make a music video, not me. He's the musician in the family. I can sing a little bit, but not much. Let's see.
You got a good voice, dude. For real.
And Tim says to each their own, but that's wrong. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Boys and girls, let's let you know what's going on with the channel before we get out of here, because there's a football game I want to watch.
Man. No doubt.
I'm sure it's already underway. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Of course, you know you're watching the Brothers Hack the Matrix. We do this every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Central Time, letting you know what's going on in the clown show that is 2024. Or excuse me, 2023. We're almost at 2024, but we're still in 2023. But we show you the week's headlines and tell you what's really going on behind them. Later on tonight at 10 p.m., you can watch me play The Force Unleashed 2 at 10 p.m. Video games, cocktails, and fails. My brother's favorite picture of me ever put out on the internet.
Classic.
Me just disgusted at what's going on the video game screen. You can come check that out at 10 p.m. Central Time tonight, right here on this channel. Then tomorrow morning, I'm usually on the show, but I will be at Shop Till You Drop all weekend, and it starts at 10 a.m. Usually it's like in the afternoon, but tomorrow, the Thanksgiving one, they do it 2 full days, so I'll be over there in the morning. But be sure to tune in to Morning Coffee with John. He's going to be playing Baldur's Gate. Check that out for sure on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then I'll be broadcasting live from Shop Till You Drop tomorrow, letting you know what's going on there at the Bossier Civic Center. So if you're in the area, come by and see me. Maybe I'll have something to autograph for you. I've got for the kids. I've got some stickers. I got some buttons, and my wife just developed some puzzles she's going to be selling. Hang on, let me show you guys this real quick. She just started making puzzles, and she's going to have these for sale tomorrow. So you guys come check it out. Bossier Civic Center. We're going to be there all weekend, Friday and Saturday. And I'll be broadcasting live at 1:30 p.m. Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday, it's the best pregame on the internet. It's NFL pregame party. Me and my crew get together 2 hours before kickoff of your afternoon slate of games at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then Monday is usually my busiest day, but I'm going to be doing commissions all day. But definitely check these folks out because I'm a regular on the shows. Monday is Military Mondays with Morning Coffee with Gary on Pop Culture Minefields channel at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then at 4 p.m. Central Time, it's Only Talk and Roll on That 70s Rock Fans channel at 4 p.m. Central Time. And then Tuesday evening, I'm going to be doing Papa Joe Gamer After Dark again. I do it twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Central Time. I don't know what the lineup's going to be. I haven't had time to do it because I have got commissions and I've got this show. So just know that show is tonight and Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Central Time. And then Wednesday morning starts with Morning Coffee with John playing Cyberpunk on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And it ends with State of the Atmosphere, my pop culture show where I get together with my friends and talk about the movies we dig and all that good stuff. So I want to thank you guys for being here and watching tonight. Hylunder, it's always great to see you, my brother. And
always, bro.
One thing we need to discuss real fast. Do we want to do a Thanksgiving show? Because next Thursday is Thanksgiving. And I'm going to be I think we need to take the next 2 weeks off because next Thursday's Thanksgiving, and I don't think either one of us we're going to be too busy. And
yeah, that's going to have to be.
And then I'm going to be in your town the week after that to see my beloved Seahawks. So
there you go. Yeah.
So we're going to be off for a couple of weeks, but we will be back the first week with the first Thursday of December and ready to go for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. So, for myself, and there can be only one, the Hylunder, I want to thank you for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.